Brian here, and my wife and Nutmeg and myself are camping at Barkcamp State Park for a few days in May of 2025. As you pull into the campgrounds here at Barkcamp State Park, you stop at the office. There's no side window, so you have to stop and then go in to check in, and they will give you a map and and there's brochures and everything that you will need. And they'll point you along the way. Also, they have a miniature golf course here across the road from the check-in office. They have clubs and balls. You'll have to pay while they're open. It's here's the sign so you can see the fees. But they got all 18 holes here on this little spot. Right now the course greens have a lot of sticks and stuff from the trees. On them. They need cleaned and swept off some, but they do have a miniature golf course. The only place that I have seen here for potable water, unless they have it throughout the campgrounds, but there is a place right here beside the beside the building that you check in that says potable water. All right, I just got done talking with the lady at the check-in building about the potable water. She showed me that on the map there is sites, there are spots that have a W. If you look at the PDF map, then those are places where you can hook up and fill your freshwater tank. There's at least one for each camping area, the A, B, and C. She said also a lot of people, they pull up in front of the old shower building over between C and B, and people will hook a hose up because there's two spigots on the front of that building and run the hoses out to their RV to fill up with water. So there are spigots around in the camping areas. I didn't see them when I was driving around to show you the areas. As you drive down the road, if you've got a full hookup or if you're in campground section A, when you get just past the cabins, you're going to want to veer off to the right, to go up into camping section A. Okay, I'm in one of the newer bath shower houses here, and this is the family bathroom shower house. You get your toilet, you get a shower area, you get a sink, and there's the baby changing area, which sometimes is nice if you're in here. You can flip it down to put your clothing and stuff on to keep it off the floor if you want. They also have a laundry facility. There's a sink, and they've got 2 washers, 2 dryers. Looks like one's out of order. This is May of 2025. One of the washers is out of order. This is the newer of the shower houses. I will go over to see what the other one is like also. Okay, walking over, this looks like the original shower house area. It says shower house, no restrooms. Also no pets permitted. Okay, no toilets in here. So this is just a sink and big shower house. These are all showers. There. Okay, across the road from the shower house is the general store, which is not open right now till later in the month, I think, or maybe Thursday. I'm going to drive down to see section, I think this will be section B, I believe. There is some pit toilets you can see over there. But with the new one, with bathroom would be better. They do have some old log cabins here. They got a nice playground over here for kids, along with an old barn, a screen for movies. So okay, this is called Camp Area C. It's sites 100 through 150. These are only electric, so you have to fill up with water when you come in, or bring your own. They look fairly level. It's not, you got trees in back of the sites, but you don't have, not all the sites have trees beside them. They look fairly long. There is space behind many of these sites where you can back part of the RV over, back past the pad end if you need to. There's another set of outhouses, or pit toilets, I should say. So several of these, the pad is higher than the rest of the grass beside it. So the picnic table sets down on a slope beside the RV. Got a couple RVers back here. This is the middle of the week in May of 2025. And then it looks like up on the hill straight ahead is tent camping. I see a couple tents. So So this is section C. Yeah, there's several tent sites up around there, and they do have electric for the tent people. So now I am going to drive over to section B. Okay, this is the camping section B, which is electric only also. You'll need to get water when you come in or bring it with you. It looks real similar to section C, except for there's no only tent section. To stay here with tent, you pick a RV pad spot. But you will use the same shower house as section C. There is some probably pit toilets, but your typical state park campground, electric only sites. Around here would be your pit toilet area. And then coming up here on your cul-de-sac, turn around. Some of these RV sites drop off at the back into the woods, and they're fairly short. So when you're making reservations, be sure to go in and check your pad length on the reservation site under amenities. Drop down the amenities box to check and see how long the pad length is, to whether or not it'll work for your RV length, plus getting your truck in there, because most of the Ohio state parks do not like for you to park in the grass with your cars. We've only had one that was real picky about it. Most of the others never say anything, though it's in the rules, but they never said anything to us. So okay, coming into the group camping area, we've got out your pit toilets for men and women. Okay, so this would be I'm trying to decide. Yeah, you could do a small, looks like a small RV group back here if you wanted to camp together, or tent camping together. And then you'd have to go up to the shower house for showers. Electric only sites, but it'd be for groups that are together only, not individuals. So you'd have to probably call and get permission to camp there. That may not be something you can do on the reservation site. You might have to call the park office. So, and I'd say you may not want big RVs down here, like Class A's or big fifth wheel. I don't know, I'd want to bring my fifth wheel down here. So that's the group camping area. They do have cabins here, as you can see, and they do have a restroom area. It's just restrooms, not showers for the cabins. And they got nice little cabins there. And now I'm pulling into the dump station area to show you. So if you were using an electric only site with your RV, you'd have to come here and pick up the lid and dump your waste, your gray tank and black tank down into there. So like I said, this is the way your dump station area, and you can pull in from two sides. All right, as you walk from the full hookups in Camp Section A, here is some campsites, electric only, that you can see. You go down over this hill, and they have a section for people that have horses. I mean, regular RVers can use this section too, but they have areas down here to tie up horses at. You'll have to excuse the lawn mowing going on down here. I'll give you a little overview of it. In case there's anybody with an RV that brings their horses in an RV or a horse trailer, because a lot of horse trailers are kind of like RVs in part of it. So this is considered the horse area. They do have cables up. They do have cables up to tie horses at behind a lot of these sites. This is considered the Wilbur Gibby Gibson Horse Camp. There's a sign about approaching horses. But this section here is specifically for people that might bring their horses, because they have several large horse trails here in this Barkcamp State Park. So they even have a water spigot down there where they got some fence posts up for like tying horses or maybe even cleaning the horses. So there is a pavilion through those trees that direction also. So maybe some horse people could have a gathering together. So that's the horse section here at Barkcamp State Park. If you have horses and you want to come camping here, they do have a section that you can get a campsite at and bring your horses and ride from out of town. These first sites here are electric only. Camp Section A has electric only and full hookup. There's 25 full hookup sites. I think it's 25, maybe it's 20. Look at the map carefully, the PDF map online. to see how many sites there are for full hookup. To me, the electric sites in Section A are not near as nice as the electric sites in C or B section. So if I was going to go electric only, I think I would go in B or C section. Right here, by this do not enter sign, is the water spigot for Section A. To fill up with fresh water. And this is the full hookup section. And here is our fifth wheel. We're in site 19. The one thing I do like about these is that each site is staggered back. The one next to you goes back farther than your site so that their fire ring and their picnic table is behind you and not right beside you. I think that is a really smart idea. So we're having a good time here. Can't see the lake from the campground. There is a Belmont Lake here, but it's a nice, peaceful campground. They're doing upgrades when they get the finances to do it. So I would highly recommend anybody looking for another Ohio State Park to come visit the Barkcamp State Park.